Welcome to the Creative Brew, helping you keep your creative juices brewing. We're giving out chunks of insight, motivation, and practicality for your creative journey. Gnarco is just not a company, it's a way of life. Born from the vision of embracing the gnarly spirit, we at Gnarco are dedicated to crafting American made products that embody the essence of adventure and freedom. Our mission is clear: to empower individuals to live life to the fullest, unapologetically, being themselves and finding tranquility in the pursuit of remarkable experiences. You can visit Narco at narcousa.com. My next partner is Elevate Coffee Trading, and if you appreciate specialty coffee, enjoy outdoor adventure, and love helping elevate the lives of children around the world, then you're going to love Elevate Coffee Trading. Their mission is to extract hope through love, coffee, and adventures. There's free shipping in the United States, and every bag of coffee helps sponsor health and education for children in coffee producing countries and in areas of need in the United States. You can use promo code Elevate21 on your next order, and you can follow their journey on social media at Elevate Coffee Trading. Or you can visit online at elevatecoffeetrading.com, and let's start extracting hope together. And this episode is brought to you by Baba Coffee, smuggling good vibes. Baba roasts their coffee beans each week and only offers the freshest coffee. They have espressos, lattes, cappuccinos, pour over, or drip coffee. You can try their cold brew coffee, nitro cold brew, or bulletproof coffee, and boba milk teas. They also have a wide assortment of delicious food. I would suggest you try the avocado toast, mimosas, wine, or beer. On the weekends, you can check out some great music like the Soto Six and food like Eliza the Shelf and others over the weekend, every Friday and Saturday, beginning at 6 p.m. You can check out everything they got going on Facebook and Instagram at Baba Coffee. Hey, and we're back with a new episode. Today, we're talking about move to be seen. What I mean by this, and the context for this, is actually from a story. For people that don't know me, I generally do a lot of volunteer work with Humanity Showers, which an organization here in Oceanside, California, that helps with the homeless and low income, providing showers and resources. Like I said, been very fortunate and to be part of this organization. 100% volunteer based. So whenever I have time, I generally try to do my best to be there, every week. But yeah, one day I was, talking to one of the homeless people, and what I do is actually help provide showers. So I usually run the shower list. So I usually have a name of, sometimes 40 to 50, 60 people. So I'm already, so trying to figure out ways of getting people in and out. And sometimes people come in, so I have to, sort of move the list around. And so I do my best to make sure everyone gets a shower. Sometimes people are the last ones. So yeah, in this case, this guy came in a little late, and I said, I'll try to get you in if I can. I'll do my best. And while I was going through and marking people off the list, he would come through and just be around the area, just making sure that I was aware of them. Even though I was sort of focused on making sure that people were getting the showers, he would just be right within my peripheral vision, to where he knew I was, I could see him. And while I was going around, he would every once in a while, every probably about 10 to 15 minutes, he would check to make sure, hey, look, if a shower is available, no one don't want to take a shower, I'm here. And I was like, all right, got you. So he did that. I think he did that once or twice, and then finally, I was sort of able to get him in. But before that, I told him, hey, look, I got a spot available. I can get you right on in there to take a shower. And what he said to me was actually profound. And he said, "You got to move to be seen." And I paused, and I thought about it. I was like, "Wow, that's actually a really great insight." And he started laughing about it, and so I was like, "I'm going to put that in my phone." I sort of kept thinking about it, and you know what? You get some of the most profound, incredible insights from, I believe, from every walks of life. I can get just as much wisdom from someone that's on the streets and someone that's running a multi-million dollar company. um, it's all the same. It just depends on how applicable it is to your life. And I think for this one, I think this could apply to literally everything that you're doing, is figuring out ways to move to be seen. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give 3 tips on how to do that. First tip is stay within one's vision. What what he did was, and he actually did it really perfect. He just stayed within the outline of where I was moving. So, um, maybe if you're trying to reach potential audiences or potential clients, figure out ways of just being in their space. You don't necessarily have to badger them or feel like, hey, I'm right here, I'm right here, but just be right around. A lot of people, they have so many things going on, so many things they have to take care of. They're having to deal with their own agendas, and a lot of times just being aware or being around that person and knowing that, hey, look, you know what, I'm available. That actually helps people knowing, first person I think of is the person that's just been right around me the whole time. Not necessarily the ones that's constantly, sort of badgering me, but just ones that's just, they're around. What they're capable of. What service they provide. That's probably gonna be the first one I'm gonna reach out to. Even when I get spare time, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm gonna talk to the first person that's just been around me, um, and so I can connect with them. So maybe with whatever you're doing, it could be your entrepreneurial efforts, it could be your creative practice. Heck, even for my athletes, for my writers, thought leaders, musicians, whoever you're trying to reach out to, figure out ways of just being in their space. I know a lot of talented people, gifted people that, for whatever reason, sometimes they just have a hard time putting themselves out there. No one's gonna know who you are. I mean, unless you happen to get really lucky and you're there at the right time. Um, no one's gonna be aware of you. So figure out ways of being in someone's vision, someone's space, to just allow them the opportunity or at least them give you the opportunity to be able to do what you do best. So, like I said, sometimes you just have to be around that space, be in their sphere of influence, and things happen. Opportunity when the opportunity comes up, you're right there, waiting. Are you, if you're a designer or a musician or anything like that, especially for my creators, are you in that top 5 people of, if someone was thinking, hey, I need this service, are you in that top 5, as far as list goes? Are you in that little short list to where I know they're around, I know what they're capable of, this is who I'm going to connect to? Are you in that little short list? So I think just figuring that out, just stay around that person, stay around, whoever you're trying to reach out to, your audience, potential clients. Maybe you're trying to get a promotion. Be around that area. Be around the person you're trying to get connected with, or maybe be around the people that's going to make those decisions. Figure that out. So, uh, tip number 2 is find more ways for people to notice you. And it could be, and what I mean by this is figuring out ways, if you want to move to be seen, you literally might have to move to be seen. Sometimes we can be a big fish in a small pond. Sometimes we may have to venture out and go into a new area, into a larger area, for more eyeballs to see what you're capable of. You always hear of a lot of aspiring actors, moving to LA or moving to other areas, because that's where all the decision makers, that's where everything is happening. It's going to be really hard if you're an aspiring actor and you're wanting to get into to film and everything else, and you're somewhere in the Midwest or somewhere hidden on the East Coast. It's going to be really hard to get the gigs that you're looking for, or get casted for certain movies. You have to move where everyone is where everybody's working, for you have to move for people to see you. No, you have to make yourself available for people to see you. So we'll go back to the story. the guy that was, looking for the shower. He was constantly, as soon as I was moving to a spot, there's with the shower, there is 6 stalls to a shower. So I'm going around making sure that, there's ones that's available, making sure there's stalls that need to be cleaned. Um, so while I was walking around, he was right there, sort of moving around, just not, like I said, not anything where he was just asking me every 10 minutes, but he was just right there in that area to where I knew when I looked around, oh, there he is, there he is, there he is. Um, you may have to figure out ways of, you find those ways of uh, moving to the area to where it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be easier for people to see you, and more opportunities may come to you. Sometimes it can be, um, you know, getting around the right people. It could be, uh, I don't know. Like I said, it's all kinds of things that we can do. Sometimes, it could be doing something drastically different. Maybe you're creating content. Maybe you're a content creator, and you got things that you may not necessarily be building the traction. Um, do something different. Maybe you're in fitness, and you're trying to build a fitness brand, and you're just posting out images of you working out. You may have to do video. No, you may have to do some transformational journeys. It could be anything, but figure out ways of just doing something different that's going to get the eyeballs and the interest and the intention that you need to build your brand. Tip number three: change your frequency. And what I mean by this is, you may have to, depending on what you're doing, if you're looking to gain more attention, which is the new currency, you may have to create more energy in order to get that. So we'll go back. You know, the guy that was looking for the shower. Before the time he actually he was actually able to get in there, he probably asked me. It was at least about 6 times before I was able to say, "Hey, look, we got one open. Let's get you in there." So, and he would do that every about 10 minutes or so. He just politely say, "Hey, look, I'm around. Just let me know. I'm sitting right here." Um, so it was just one of those where he was frequent enough to say, "Okay, look, I know I need to push him up the list of importance. I know he really wants to take a shower. Let's get him in there." We're going to relate that back to what you're doing, maybe with your creative practice, with anything that you're doing, um, is figuring out ways of changing your frequency up. I'm just paraphrasing, and like I said, this information, from last time I heard this information, is that it takes at least 12 times for someone's brain to register um, about anything that you're putting out. So if you're putting out an event, or you're putting out, maybe something with your business, or anything like that, it may take at least 12 times for someone's brain to register, hey, such and such does design work, such and such does videography, such and such does, social media marketing. It may take that amount of energy and frequency to be able to for people to connect the dots and say, oh, I need a logo design. let's I need to reach out to this person, or I need such and such creative service. I need to reach out to this person. um, that's the kind of frequency that it may take for you to build a brand, to build your business. Sometimes we got people that, you got a lot of people that put out a lot of content. First one I can think of is like Gary Vee. He's generally putting out a lot of different content in a variety of fashions all across social media channels. And I'm not saying that, or maybe I am saying you may need to up your up your content game, but he's got a whole team that's doing that, so that's a whole completely different um, you know scenario. But at the same time, you can use maybe some of the content you're producing and chop it up and put it out and spread it out across various social media channels. And you may have to do it 12 times. You may have to post, you know, on a maybe on Instagram. You may have to post at least 3 times a day, Facebook 3 times a day, TikTok 3 times a day, LinkedIn 3 times a day. That might be the amount of output that you may need in order to get the new client. Maybe getting people sign up to your email, or maybe selling that online course, or selling books. Um, it could be any of that, but figure out ways of what your frequency is, and you may have to amp it up a little bit. You may not, if you're an illustrator and you're trying to get an illustrating gig, it may not be one post every month. That might not be it. It may be 11, 12 times, 15 times during the course of the month, to get eyeballs looking at what you're doing, and maybe the algorithm switching to where more viewers can potentially see your work, and then more potential companies seeing your work, and that possibly could convert to a new client. Who knows? Um, Try that out and see. So, like I said, there's so much input, there's so much stimulation from people that's just regular people that's on social media, or maybe they got so many other things that they're that's vying for their attention. You have to constantly put out a lot of energy in order to get that back to you. So um, that's how you do it. You just stay focused, and be consistent about being in someone's awareness. I think that's how you do it. Figure out ways of staying in one's vision, finding ways for people to notice you, and then change your frequency. And I think that's what it takes. And this is insights that I got from a homeless guy. And like I said, we'll go back to end the story. He was able to get a shower, even though he was one of the last ones on the list. But he was really persistent. He was right in my eyesight, right in my awareness, and he had to move to be seen. If he was sort of hiding and he was off, on the side, I don't think I would have noticed him. So figure out how does that apply to your life. Is if you want to be seen, you may have to move to where the people that you want to be connected with, move to that space. It's going to be hard for you to be in a certain arena and you have everybody else, the people that you want to get connected with, your audience, um, they're they're somewhere else completely. So figure out ways of moving your energy, moving yourself to an area for people to see you. And I think that's where more opportunities pop up. I think that's where you're able to get connected with the right people. You got some people that that are really talented in what they do. They just need the opportunity to get into the right space. Sometimes you may have to be courageous enough to do something different. So that's what I got today. Thank you for listening. And like I said, different ways of supporting the show. You can go to www.buymeacoffee.com/the creative brew. And for the price of a cup of coffee, you can support this episode as well as future episodes. And also, too, I have a special announcement for Black History Month. They were able to highlight 4 different Black artists and creators. I was fortunate enough to be one of them. So if you happen to see anything online with tombowusa, which is an art supply company that's based out of Georgia, you'll see a little profile about me, some of my artwork, exclusive artwork that I used with their products, and a little process behind it. But what I do have for my audiences is, if you're needing art supplies, uh, markers. Actually, they have some really cool dual brush markers, water-based, so you can use it as like watercolors. Opposite side have a fine tip point. Really great product. Mechanical pencils, pens, stationary items, all kinds of things that you can choose. Adhesive, everything for your creatives, for the creative community. I'm actually offering a promo code. If you use Create What You Love, all lowercase, all together, Create What You Love, you'll get a discount on your next online purchase on tombowusa.com. So you get a chance, check out the product and post your workout. You can use hashtag tombowusa or hashtag tombow, and they'll share it out. So that's what I got today. Thank you. And also, quick shout out to my sponsors, Gnarco, to Elevate Coffee Trading and Baba Coffee. So thank you. They've been some great sponsors, great supporters of the show, and that's people like them keep it going. I'll have their information in the show notes if you want to get connected with them, purchase some coffee, purchase some merchandise. Um, like I said, that's how we keep the creative economy, the creative community going, is lifting everyone up together. So that's what I got today. Be creative, stay inspired.
No, I won't take it. No, we won't take it. Life is about to give you ups and downs. All the wins and the outs and the smiles and frowns. They will tell you, settle down, stay on the ground. But no, I won't take it. No, we won't take it. The same